creatives, how are you? Welcome or welcome back to my creative channel, Fanhome Building Robocop. In this video, we'll be completing stage 2 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So here we are. Where every build comes with component parts and a magazine. These are the component parts for stage 2. As you can see, they're quite a lot. I'm going to put them aside and have a look through the magazine. There's a really good shot of the model. It's not a shot from the film. And there, number 2. There's a Ed 209 destroyed. There's a really good shot of Robocop from the film. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. And there's the poster shot there from the movie. Here are all the components that come with stage 2, and there's step-by-step instructions. We're actually building his right foot. All the mechanisms that go into building his foot, because remember, only this part of him and his head was still him. His arms and legs were replaced, so these are all robotic, like Terminator. Yeah, I'll have a good read of this later. Artificial meat. There's another good shot of looks like on a CCTV or something like that there. Okay, another shot on the back there. So let's put the magazine aside and let's have a look inside stage 2 components. Really enjoying building something new. Quite a big, it's quite a big blister pack. I can't find the other side. The other side of the blister pack. And there's usually an inner and an outer. Yep, I'm making a right mess. See if we can find it. There's the inner. Okay. Pull the inner out with all the components. And what I like to do is I just like to check that we've got everything that it says that we have on the components list. Which is here. So the first thing we've got is right foot. Then we've got this piece here, which is the toe cap. Then we've got the instep, rear sole, which is there. Oh no, front sole, rear sole, D. Rear sole there, front sole, which is there, spring, which is here. I'm gonna have fun with a spring. Then 2G is here, which is heel support 1, and this piece, which is heel support 2, this metal piece here, it's all metal. Then this piece here with the ball joint is an ankle joint and this is a joint base, and we've got these two here that look the same but are probably not the same. We've got fracture block 1 and fracture block 2, and then we've got two lots of screws. We've got AM screws and CM screws. I'm just going to put the screws away. So we've got everything that it says that we're supposed to have in here. So I'm going to see if I can find another one of these containers, because I'm going to run out. There we go, and our cardboard. Like before, I'm just going to add some super glue to it, stick it in place. Like that. Touch of glue. They're very much like the ones that came with the Back to the Future, with a little cardboard codes on them. So I'm gonna step away. I'm going to get another one of these and start the next set of screw containers. So we've got our screwdriver, we've got our screws, we've got our magazine, we've got our components. Let's begin. So the first thing we've got to do is we've got to join these two pieces together. So it's got a hole in it there. Let me just zoom in. Oops. Which are the heel supports. So this goes in. So have you noticed it's got like it's got a lip at the top. So that's not the end we use. It's this end, and that goes in there like that, and it goes together with an AM screw that came in stage 1. I found some more of these containers, so I'm going to use the screwdriver from the Millennium Falcon build because it seems to be better. So I'm just going to turn that over. I'm just going to screw that in place. Quite difficult because the bottom piece is turning. I need to hold it flat like that. So we can hold it down. Yeah, I've got to actually do with a clamp to hold that in place while I screw it because it keeps turning. Yeah, it's not in properly. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do it because I can feel it turning in my hand. I'll come up with a solution to fix that problem. So the next thing, so I've got that in. It's a little bit wobbly. I'm going to have to redo it when I get a clamp. So the next thing we have to do is get the right foot, and we have to. You can see there it slots in there like that. There's holes on both sides, and there's holes on both sides of that. So we've got to use couple more AM screws to hold that into place. So start off with one, line it up like that. Just going to loosely put it in place and do the other side. Tighten up the first side. There. That's in place. The next thing we have to do is quite a few things we have to do next. Yeah, so it's a little bit more complicated now. So we've got to turn this over, which is a joint base. So we turn it over, and we insert two so that's 2J. Get the first friction block. Let's see which is which. And put it inside 2L. So one's actually bigger than the other. So it says we put the small one inside the bigger one, like that. And then we put them two in there, like that. Make sure that they're at the bottom. Okay. And then we put this inside there, like that. And then we insert this through the foot, with a hole in the foot, like that. And we screw it in place. Oh, be careful. Yeah, this is quite fiddly. Yeah, that's quite fiddly. So I'm going to turn it around. So I'm going to turn it around so that it lines up with the holes inside here, like that. And we use CM screws. So get the CM screws out, 4 of them. This is going to be very tricky. As you can see, so that sits over there, like that, and then we drop it down. And then I should have put the screw on that. Oh dear. Should have put the screw on the screwdriver as I had it in place. So I had everything in place like that. I'm going to put the first screw in. And that holds it. And put the second one in diagonally. Yeah, I might have put that one in too tight actually. So I'm not able to move it around. So I'm going to loosen it a little bit so that I can move it around so it fits over the holes. Need to loosen it a bit more, but not too much more because I don't want it to drop out. It just needs, it's off now. That's completely off now. Just need to make sure that these are lining up. And I forgot to put the screw on the screwdriver again, so I'm just going to screw this one in to make sure it's lined up, because I don't want it to fall apart. So I'm going to put the second screw in there. And the third screw. And the last one. Tightening them all up now. I think that's the last one we've got to tighten up, which is the first one we put in. Okay, here we go. And that's what we have there. It's like a joystick. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got to get this piece, which is 2C, and we've got to screw it into this hole here. It doesn't kind of make sense to me, but it doesn't make sense, but I'll do that. And then we screw that in with a CM screw. Yeah, I don't know what, it doesn't look right, but I'm following the instructions, so it just looks like it's not in the right place, but it is. So that's in place, but it doesn't look like it's in the right place. See it? And then we get this piece that slots in there. See this bar here? It slots in there. Oh yeah, like that. Yeah, slots in there like that. Oh yeah, it looks better now. And then we've got to put a screw in. I don't know that's going to join. So we've got to put a screw in there. And a screw in there. And a screw in there, but I don't see how it's going to connect. Yeah, I don't see how that's going to connect if that sits in there. Like that. I don't see how putting a screw in there. In there. Oh, it's a spring. I see, there's a spring. There's a spring here. I see. There's a spring that connects it. So the spring goes that way around. And it looks like it goes in this middle one here. Yeah, that makes more sense. So that will be another CM screw. Yeah, that kind of didn't make sense. But then I saw the spring, I was like, oh yeah, the spring goes in place. So we take this spring. Spring goes that way around, like that. So we've got to pass the spring through the screw, or the screw through the spring. And then it goes around there. Okay. This is a little bit tricky. Okay. Don't know if you can see what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna see the spring there. Screw this in place. Need that spring to go over there. What I will do is I'll attach the foot mechanism, the toes mechanism, which is here, like that. And then we need to another CM screw. I'm going to get it on the screwdriver and primed. This is going to be quite tricky. So we've got to fit that on there, and then we've got to get that, which what I can do is I can start screwing the screw in, and then I can wrap. Yeah, that happened. Yep. It's very fiddly. Yeah, I can start screwing it like that, and then I can stretch the spring around the screw like that, and then tighten it. And then tighten the other screw. Oh. Okay, there we go. Like that. Zoom out a little bit. Next thing is we need to insert the rear sole, which is here, and it only goes in one way. So I'm just checking there's 5 holes. One. Oh yeah. Yeah, the foot has to be like that. Has to be straight in order for that to work. So what I'll do is we need 5 cm screws. To put the sole in place. I'm going to line up the first one with the first hole. Like that. That's in place. Then we got these two. Nope, that didn't go in. That was in. Third one. It's very deep. Where it has to go, it's quite difficult. Yeah, they're in. We've got to do these two. But in order to do these two, we need to move the toes Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? I should have done the toes, hang on. I'm going to have to set these two out now. Unfortunately, because I've got the toes wedged inside. That's a shame. Yeah, I took them screws out, so I'm gonna do these first. Just there. Get the first one in. Just wondering if it's still in this right place. I think that should be here. There, like that. That's where it should be. Yeah, I was putting it in the wrong place. Yeah, it should be flush like that there. There, it's in. That's one in. You can kind of hear it click as it drops down to where it's supposed to be. That's that one in. I'm going to tighten up this heel again. Oh no, it came out. I loosened it so much it came out, so I'm going to put the heel in. Make sure that, yeah, they're all, I think they're all lined up properly. So I'm just going to put the heel back in. Just put these middle ones in. I don't think that one's in right. I'm going to take it out. Let's even take this one out. So I don't think it's in the right place. It looks like it's in the right place. Let me just... There, as you can see the foot there. So you can see it steps like that. we've just got to put the toe plate in, which goes, so it goes there like that. A couple of CM screws, the same screws that we used to put the sole in. So I'm just going to turn it over, set the plate on. I'm not going to tighten that one until I get the second one in. Tighten the first one. And that's our first foot there, as you can see. It's got this ball joint that moves around. Also, I forgot to say that this, I suppose it didn't really matter, that had to face that way. But as you can turn it around, I suppose that doesn't really matter. But yeah, so it goes like that, and then you got this. As you can see, nice profile. It's very weighted. It's proper metal. As you can see, it does when he's going to be walking. I mean, that bit doesn't move. See there, like that. So that's him walking there. And that's the sole. Looks really good. And that's probably the heel there. Look at that. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. So you should be left with this here, which is the right foot. And that completes stage 2 of the build. As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Links in the description. Get whatever you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.